got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the team.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 26. Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the third highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. On second down, here's Barkley. Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 49-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, Jones. Now he's forced out left. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it's third and goal.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 5-yard line. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Washington.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Haskins. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the Giants.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 85 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
Giants.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Excellent work by Marcus Golden shooting into the backfield for the stop. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Giants 10, Washington 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
And the 46-yard line.
$10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
10. Washington 7.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Jones. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jones. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. On first down, Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Davis on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Flush through, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From just shy of midfield, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes left side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Washington 14, Giants 13.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Better bring. You better bring. I'm letting you know
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
For a Giants.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Washington entered the draft with the number 2 overall selection, so they had plenty of options and directions that they could go. But let's face it, when you see Chase Young from Ohio State and you have a chance to add him to an already formidable defensive front, you go ahead and select him and turn him loose. The best pass rusher in the draft with plenty of moves already, he's only going to get...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes this Washington 21, Giants 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing? And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, but now it'll be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Antonio Gandy Golden.
So now on fourth down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Running to start the drive is Love. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Yeah, it's on.
Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
For the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
In your face.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Barkley will try to punch it in. Shreds the 10, and he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
You know they pay me extra for this.
Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. Jones looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley.
Come on and get it.
And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
Washington 37, Giants 29.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first down, here's Love. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Washington ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And the lead is up to 15 now.
He is good. Makes this Washington 44, Giants 29.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Incomplete.
He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
The kick is
and this one through the uprights and good.
Washington 44, Giants 36.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 10.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Forced out to his left. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. That one caught by Gibson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Jones off the play fake. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10.
And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Jones on the key.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
David Mayo brought it.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. It's Haskins. Man open, it's Moss complete. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Out of the shotgun, Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Giants.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.